What do banks or big companies need to do to be ready for, let's say, this incremental rollout of some of these new tools?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. And one thing I forgot to mention, but maybe we can go back to later is, I've been talking more about the business side of things, and I want to ask you about this as well, because you're more on the engineering side, but it's really changing their engineering teams and how they work. But sorry, back to your question around how they're getting ready for this.
Yeah.
I think one of the other big journeys that the banks have been on that really is like the precursor to this GenAI movement or journey is data. Without clean data, without data in a consolidated spot, it's garbage in, garbage out. You're not going to see the rewards of having a GenAI tool in place, because if it's pulling from messy data that's not up to date or doesn't have the proper data governance processes in place to support it, it's not going to work. A part of that too is then also thinking about what your cost model is going to be. And that goes back to like the data journey that the banks have been on. I know everyone's been pushing to the cloud over the last, 5 to 10 years, which is obviously the right thing to do. But there's been a lot of learnings too in terms of like how are you moving to the cloud in a cost efficient manner? And it's changing how people are pulling the data and not driving up huge compute costs. So that's another consideration too, as then people are starting to use these GenAI tools.